Jancha Samcha Krimpoche Makye Panang Ke Gyochi Gepa Nyampa Mepa Yang Kane Kandu Bewasho. May the lamp of enlightenment be lit, the lamp of spirit, wherever it has not yet been ignited, and where it has been lit, may it blaze up and illumine and warm and nourish the entire universe for the boundless benefit of one and all of us children, all one family, one Sangha, one beloved community. Today's lesson, children, including myself, speaking to my own inner child, the little Buddha within, the little divinity within, is called B is for Buddha. It's a wonderful picture book about the alphabet, how every letter of the alphabet, really representing everything in our world, reflects something very beautiful, something very gorgeous, something deep, something of the spirit, something radiant. In this case, we're calling it Buddha, but by any other name, it's just so sweet. And it's written by Anasuya Weil, my dear old spiritual friend. Not so old, really, but a very old soul and wonderful, gorgeous, beautiful, like Buddha herself. And I'm proud to say that I've just been reading this and just feeling so happy and quelling and, rejoicing in her rich motherly and grandmotherly and bodhisattvically expression. So generous, so loving, so delightful. And the alphabet, with all its 24 letters, or is it 26? Who's counting? I'm not an accountant. Is the basis for this story. And I recommend it to you. It's a beautiful story from beginning to end. Beginning with so beautiful, so relaxing. A, the creative, the original. A is for Ananda, the Buddha's own cousin, Buddha's best friend, Buddha's partner in a way, who became an arhat, a truly liberated and enlightened person, very beautiful, very saintly, very unselfish, kind, compassionate, empathic, very loving. B, guess what? Is for Buddha. I bet you knew that, you smarties. Who was enlightened. He awoke. He broke through the clouds of confusion, sitting beneath a fig tree called in that far-off wonderful country of India, the Bodhi tree, the tree of awakening, of enlightenment, Bodhi. B is for Buddha. C is for compassion, one of our favorite words. So vital, so crucial for living today. Caring for all living beings, not just humans. Since we are all sad and suffer sometimes, even our pets, not just our beloved pets, also all the animals and all the beings seen and unseen around us, and all beings, regardless, need I say, of color or nationality or gender. Everybody knows that today. C is for compassion. D is for the deer park. We're back to the animals. We love our animals and they love us. Deer park, where the Buddha himself first taught the liberating Dharma, or the way of awakening, the sacred way of living that helps us be one and feel one and not alone, one with all beings. and have a loving heart. Deer Park, where Buddha first taught the 5 old friends of his who noticed him shining and radiant and asked him, "Hey, Buddha, what's up? You look different now after sitting under that tree." We'll get to that another time. That's another story. E is for another animal, the mad elephant. Holy mackerel. Hey, that's another animal, a fish, mackerel. E is for elephant, who was sent to kill the Buddha by a crazed and mean competitor. The elephant charged him on a narrow jungle path while Buddha was mindfully walking down a jungle path alone. But the elephant instead bowed down, tamed by the loving, compassionate Buddha's radiant, loving kindness and peaceful aura, peaceful presence. E is for the elephant. F is for the 4 heavenly messengers, the 4 sights that brought the Buddha to seek something beyond or deeper than just what his eyes could see and his ears could hear, to seek enlightenment, to seek a better life for himself and for all of us. The 4 heavenly messengers, F. Number 1, old age. Number 2, sickness, illness, disease. Number 3, death. We all have to die one day. And number 4, a monk. So when the Buddha saw an old, bent over, crippled person, somebody suffering from a disease, a dead body, and the shining, peaceful monk, he was inspired to seek an end to the cycle of suffering and seek enlightenment, the other shore that's right here, deeper than the dreamlike things that we see right now, but included in everything. These messengers helped us look for that deeper way of life, a beautiful way of life, inclusive. G is for generosity, giving with a good heart, a noble heart, unselfish. And also, interestingly, so keep an eye for this one, not just G for giving and generosity and goodness, but also G for its opposite, greed or grabbing, demanding and holding on to things, being too attached to these impermanent things that are really not ours. They're just on loan, and we're stewards of them, to take care of them, like our beautiful earth, to take care of it. H, oh, this is another one of our favorite words, friends. H is for happiness, and its opposite also, hatred. May all beings be happy, not full of hatred and harm. May they be happy. H is for healthy. H is for harmony, getting along beautifully together. I feel like singing. A, B, C, D, F, G, H. I is for impermanence. No, not I, more important than you. I is for impermanence, the truth of how all things change. Everything is passing, like the bubbles on a stream going by, like the seasons changing, like ourselves growing up and getting older. Look in the mirror. Every few months or years, you'll see a change in your own face. Impermanence. It's very important to observe the world and see nothing stays forever, and enjoy it while we're here together in this gorgeous gift of a life. J is for joy. How joyous to always keep this in mind. Always keep an upbeat, open, and joyous heart and mind. K is for karma. Oh, this is one of my favorite. I learned this from Eastern wisdom, but of course it's in the Bible too. What goes around comes around. We reap what we have sown, or seeds we planted. K is for karma, K-A-R-M-A, the law of cause and effect, causation. Like if we put good things in our body, we get healthy. If we put bad things in our body, food, drink, etc., we get sick. Causation. If you plant a seed of goodness, if you do a kind deed, say a kind word, then goodness will grow in you, in others connected to you, and all around in the world. K for karma, causation, and conditioning, how we can find the causes of happiness and harmony and let go of the causes of unhappiness and struggle, strife. L is for loving kindness, metta, one of the most beautiful words in the world. Ask an elder about this metta practice of making good wishes for all people, all animals, and all living things, seen and unseen, green, blue, yellow, white, black, red, and all the colors of the magical rainbow kaleidoscope, there's a word, of this world, this universe. Oh, this is a scary one. Get ready. I hope you're sitting down or lying down. M is for Mara, the evil one, who tempted Buddha. Mara, the lord of samsara, or worldliness, or illusion. Mara, who tried to tempt the Buddha and distract him and pull him away from his spiritual prayers, meditations, and practices when Buddha was sitting under the Bodhi tree, seeking the end of suffering, freedom, enlightenment. M is for Mara, the tempter, the distractor, the evil one. N is for Nalanda, one of the Dalai Lama's favorite places in the world. He loves to talk about this. A Buddhist sacred site, monastery, college, one of the most ancient, largest universities in the world of that time. This offering of Dharma, like in this wonderful book, in this story, it's a beautiful offering. O is for offerings, gifts to others, to those worthy of offering, to the sages and saints, to our benefactors, elders, those who help us, parents, grandparents, older brothers, etc. Gifts to the Buddha, to monks and nuns, and to everyone on the good path, those of us who try to walk on the high ground, the beautiful way of life together. O is for offerings, generous gifts. We all like gifts, birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, holiday gifts. A gift is also in the giving, when you give, when you offer. It's a gift to you and to others. P is for the precious human body, or our existence, being born here, that allows us to hear, learn, grow up, mature, and practice the Dharma, the sacred way of life, the spiritual way of awakening together on the path of enlightenment. This is perhaps my favorite in the whole book. Q is for questioning, the quest, seeking the truth, trying to find out, education, higher education, and beyond, wisdom development. The Buddha taught us to question, not just to believe or follow. Buddha's big question was, why all this suffering, and what are the causes, and how to put an end to it? And what is this mind and body that I call I, or me, or mine? That's an interesting question, isn't it? Who am I? What is this mind and body, heart and soul that I call me, I, myself, mine? We could think about that. It would be good for us, I believe. It's been good for me. R is for the rice pudding, the rich, healthy, milky rice pudding that the young woman Sujata offered as a gift to the starving, skinny, ascetic, hungry Buddha when he sat beneath the Bodhi tree for years, seeking enlightenment, questioning, and eventually finding. When the morning star rose on the horizon, he awoke. He was enlightened. He understood life and how to be happy and well. This rice pudding, R is for the rice, the milk rice pudding she offered to the Buddha. It gave him the strength to continue on and become enlightened. S is for Prince Siddhartha, the Buddha's name when he was young in his parents' palace in northern India, before he left his palace to become a practitioner, a yogi, a monk in the forest and seek enlightenment. T is for the truth. Oh, that's a big word. And we know it's good to be truthful and not lie and so on. The Buddha taught being truthful and honest brings happiness. To speak what is true, useful, and beautiful is so important, especially today. Don't you think? Truth is a very big word. U is for understanding, for insight, knowledge, realization, wisdom, discernment, wisdom, realizing the temporary nature of all things and the value of not being too attached to them as they go by. And as we go by also through this world, That's like a stage. The value of non-attachment or not clinging. U is for understanding, so important. One of the main goals of spiritual practice and Buddhist meditation in order to realize wisdom and insight and freedom of mind and heart. V is for the vulture's peak, where the vultures lived high on the rocky mountain, where Buddha gave his teaching, his famous, marvelous teaching on the Heart Sutra, the heart teaching, the heart of it all. Vulture's Peak, near the tree where he sat under in Bodh Gaya, northern India. I've been there. Many of us have. It's a beautiful, interesting place where the vulture birds sat. W is for the white elephant in Queen Maya's dream, the Buddha's mother, Queen Maya. Maya means dream or illusion or magical display. White elephant, W, who descended from the sublime higher heavens into the queen's belly, into her womb in a dream, a sign that the Queen Maya would give birth to the Buddha, an awakened one, an enlightened one, a spiritual teacher and benefactor for the whole world, for generations to come, the compassionate, enlightened, loving Buddha. X is for the extraordinary mind of the Buddha, like his X-ray vision to see through illusions. Although he was a human being like all of us, he looked deeply into his mind and heart, body and soul until he realized its extraordinary nature. X is for extra. Maybe it should be a double X because it was an extra large mind or vision, infinite awareness. X for extraordinary wisdom mind of Buddha, that potential that's in each of our minds and hearts. Let's find it together. Y is for the yogis and yoginis who practice meditation, yoga, prayer, chanting, helping others, and the noble Dharma, or walk the way of awakening, the spiritual life that includes all in love, loving kindness, and compassion. Y is for the yogis and yoginis who together walk on this gorgeous path called Dharma. Dharma, that which heals. Dharma, that which upholds like the earth holds us all. Dharma, the truth, the way, wisdom. Y is for yogis and yoginis who meditate and do yoga, etc. And Z, wow, we've gone through the whole alphabet already? This is so joyous, this story. Z is for the zillions and billions and millions of beings, including us in the universe, who, just like us, want to be happy and free from suffering and confusion. And their family be free and happy and healthy. And their neighbors and their town and their country and their earth and their environment and those on the stars like the little prince too. Z is for the zillions of us seen and unseen, little princes and princesses, all like Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, walking, sitting, laughing, dancing together on this altar, this sacred place we call home, earth, wherever we are. Sarva Mangalam, friends, dear ones, children of all ages, may all beings be happy, fulfilled, and content. That's a very important Buddhist saying, a universal prayer, or wish, or affirmation. May all beings be happy and well. And may we all together complete this gorgeous, beautiful journey in harmony, in Dharma, in Dharmony, and in love together. B is for Buddha, beautiful,